What we see is that the municipal government really leads a community in terms of that vision. They don't.
This is our goal-setting retreat, and we're doing a new format. We were more interactive this time. There was more discussion among the council people. We came up with the 5 major priorities that we have.
We're all on board that flooding, drainage, sea level rise is our #1 priority. Obviously, public safety, education, economic development. And lastly, of course, affordability. Now we have 11 people that unanimously agree on our priorities, and that's a good thing.
I really applaud you for doing this. It's been necessary for years.
Get rid of these backlogs and then take care of these people that every time it rains more than 5 minutes, they're fearing that, oh God, the worst is going to happen. So that's what has to take place.
There was a lot of interactions. Each person had an opportunity to speak, and it felt really team-oriented, so I really liked that.
The way we look at it, there's 6 key roles that city council members have to play. Strategic, policy, representation, community.
Well, I think it's important for us to do this because it helps us focus on top priorities, because a lot of times you get so down into the weeds that you miss kind of the strategic vision of where we want to go as a city. What do we want to look like over the next 10, 20, 30 years?
In the past, we've walked out with priorities, but we've never walked out with a detailed action plan of how we're going to implement that priority and be able to provide direction to the manager.
If we know it's going to flood, we shouldn't allow building to go there.
I really believe that good government, should never fear an engaged and educated public. We should embrace it and bringing the public to the table. That's the way we should be doing business.
So what we're doing here today is having the public come in and to give us their input on how they think the city is going. So this is a good way to get input beyond the information that we've already given the facilitator.
We got an invitation from Councilman Aaron Rouse to come and talk about concerns and hopes for the city of Virginia Beach. And so they've invited different members of the community to come in and share their thoughts about the city that they'll then take to the retreat.
I think the data that's going to be accumulated, the feedback that the city's going to get will be very positive and useful to City Council, particularly ahead of the retreat.
We all have great ideas, but when we're all together and we incorporate so many other ideas, we have a greater product that we can offer.
We're doing a workshop inside to share ideas across generations, across different demographics, to really hear what the concerns are and the dreams are for the city.
I think it's transparency. I think one of the key things we can do is open up our city and allow our public to be more involved like we're doing tonight.
What I saw in there was an amazing diversity of our city. And they were sitting at the same table, sharing ideas with a free exchange of dialogue, and it was wonderful to hear different people with different ideas coming together.
But as a citizen coming to these types of events, it makes me feel good and feel included. It makes me feel like I have a voice with the government, and it makes me want to get more engaged and involved.
What is it that the people want? We represent the people. So it's important to always making sure that we're staying on track, that we are headed in the right direction, and that comes from the direction from the people.
But it's also important that the public know that we care enough to come together and try to work together to make things happen for them.
We put together people that may not have agreed on things, and they got to meet each other. They got to collaborate with each other and come up ideas. And it just gives us as a council a clearer direction going into the budget cycle to make sure that we address the priorities of the public. And I think by really strong engagement with the public, if they see we're working collaboratively, they're going to work collaboratively with us, and we're going to have a very, very good outcome.